Volkswagen, Porsche, BMW, Volvo and DAF are famous names in the European automotive industry. In order to keep production and distribution up to speed, they use an extensive network of transport companies. A team of trade union researchers from the FNV investigated the automotive industry supply chain. They discovered that the transport sector is largely based on a toxic business model. To reduce wage costs as much as possible, drivers from Eastern Europe and even outside the European Union are used on a huge scale. The result? Social and economic crimes and drivers who fall victim to unfair competition, exploitation and degrading practices. The automotive manufacturers close their eyes to reality to benefit from cheap labor. Over the past few months, the investigators spoke with many drivers of different nationalities throughout Europe. They mapped the supply chain and documented abuses. This is the shocking story of their findings.
You drive here behind the steering wheel. Yes. Here you sleep. Yes. Here you cook. Here you have your tools to put the truck safe.
These big companies are asking for cheap transport. You can have cheap transport only if you are cheating the system. Only thing where you can cheat the system is the taxes and the salary from the driver.
Wat we zien kunnen we kwalificeren als sociaal-economisch crimineel. Dit is niet iets van de regels zijn onduidelijk of interpretatie van wetgeving. Nee, dit zijn willens en wetens, constructies die worden opgezet om werknemers uit te buiten, concurrentie te vervalsen, met als gevolg dat ook de verkeersveiligheid dagelijks in gevaar komt.
Silviu transports car parts for Volvo. He has a Romanian contract and works for the American company XPO, but he always drives between Spain and Belgium. He works in periods of 3 months, during which he permanently lives in his truck. He has little social contact and misses his family.
I have to work like 3 months in a row, to stay 3 months in this truck, to sleep here and do everything here. To stay in a small square every minute and every day, every night, to work here and sleep here is not okay. To see your brothers or your sons 2 or 3 weeks at 3 months of work, your children are looking to you like to a stranger. You're losing almost any happy moment of their life.
What is going on? The automotive industry uses drivers who are employed in the East but work in the West. Drivers receive Eastern European contracts with Eastern European wages. However, they only work in Western Europe. The drivers are brought to Western Europe by minivan or plane to work for Western automotive companies.
Werkgevers zetten carousellen op, waarin bijvoorbeeld werknemers uit Roemenië in Polen op de loonlijst geplaatst worden.
Vervolgens rijden die mensen nooit meer in dat land, maar rijden gewoon vol continu in Nederland, België, Duitsland, Frankrijk, Scandinavië.
Maar het is evident dat al die bedrijven alleen maar gevestigd zijn in die landen om werknemers hun rechten af te nemen.
Ja, kort gezegd, een race to the bottom.
Haulage company De Roy in the Netherlands works for DAF Trucks, Volvo, Renault, Mercedes and Iveco. It calls itself market leader in truck and tractor transport, with 450 of its own trucks. But those hundreds of trucks are mostly driven by workers from Romania, the Ukraine and Poland, hired with a Polish contract.
We zien dat bijvoorbeeld een chauffeur uit Roemenië heeft een Pools arbeidscontract. In het geval van De Roy zit een bedrijf in Warschau. Nou, dan gaan we kijken of het bedrijf in Polen daadwerkelijk bestaat. Hello, do you speak English? We are looking for a company, De Roy. Yes, please. But the address is okay, yeah?
Address is okay, but it's a virtual office.
A virtual office?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Does it mean?
Als je dan de werkelijkheid van zo'n bedrijf controleert, dan zie je dat iemand de deur open doet en die zegt: This is a virtual office. Daadwerkelijk werken daar 500 mensen. Daar horen activiteiten te zijn. Er worden miljoenen euro's aan omzet gegenereerd in zo'n bedrijf. En het is gewoon een postbusbedrijf.
The Romanian driver Doru signed an employment contract in the Netherlands, but in the name of Deroy's Polish branch. However, he never drives in Poland.
This is the contract. This is important.
Ik heb zijn loonberekeningen gemaakt en dan kom je erachter dat hij in iets meer dan 2 jaar tijd recht had op 80.000 euro aan loon. En hij heeft in werkelijkheid maar 20.000 euro gekregen.
Here your hourly wage is 10 zloty. It's 2 euros. And here it's 10 euros.
These drivers work permanently in Western Europe and should receive Western wages. But of course, that doesn't happen. The drivers receive falsified documents to show should there be a control. Those documents mention salaries that are many times higher than what they actually receive. The same practices can be seen at Ewell's Cargo Care. They employ about 1,000 drivers, but only 14 of them officially work in the Netherlands. The remaining 986 drivers are on the payroll in Eastern Europe. The Czech driver Alice shows documents proving that Ewell's also juggles wage documents.
Ja, ich arbeite für etwas 15 Jahre schon, aber jede Jahr ist niedriger und die Situation ist tragisch. Dieses Jahr möglich 15, 20 Fahrer schon weg.
Und warum?
Schlechte Arbeit und weniger Geld. So, wir sind jetzt 2, kein Platz.
Ja. Aber ist das echt? Ist das Realität, das Dokument?
Nee, sicher nicht. Realität ist in die tschechische minimale Lohn. Das ist die Realität.
Und das Dokument ist falsch dann?
Sicher.
Hast du auch noch für andere Länder?
Auch dieses für Österreich und das war's.
So, hier steht, du kriegst 501 Euro die Woche.
Ja, 500 stimmt, aber nicht für Woche. Aber
Auch falsch Dokument.
Aber pro Monat, ja.
It's a Romanian contract. I have a Romanian wage, like almost 500 euro a month. The system let the employers to do everything they want with the salaries, to pay qualified workers with wages of unqualified workers. To work with the minimum of wage all the life, you're gonna have a very, very small pension. So this is what I'm trying to avoid. This guy is doing everything in avoid the taxes. I feel unrespected because it's unfair to be paid like this.
The payment of social premiums and taxes are a foundation of society. There are European regulations to ensure fair and effective insurance for cross-border workers. In the supply chain of the automotive industry, we see that shopping social security has become a revenue model. Drivers are socially insured in a member state where they've never been.
Do you pay any social security in Europe? Do you know it? If a company...
Social security, are you kidding me? I don't have even an ENN. I should get that one first.
An ENN? What is an ENN?
Is a social security number. Here's my insurance. I buy myself and they deducted 62 euro from the salary.
So you bought your own insurance?
Yes, because it's tourist insurance. It's for travel, not for work.
Are you not insured for work then, via the company?
I am in Moldova only.
Drivers are not only underpaid and poorly insured, they're also regularly dispatched with worn-out trucks. Doru shows the bad shape his truck is in.
Can you show it?
I have had broken chassis, broken rams.
You feel not safe in driving this truck?
Normal driver don't have to be safe in this kind of truck.
The chassis is cracked in various places and the electrics are exposed to the elements. He worries not only about his own safety, but that of the other road users.
De chauffeurs in deze industrie zijn rijdende bommen. Geïsoleerd van alles en iedereen zijn ze aan het driving en surviving en niet met hun werk bezig.
Drivers are forced to violate driving and resting times and to commit fraud with their tachographs. The drivers are exhausted simply because they cannot rest sufficiently. And when they can finally take their rest, they have to sleep in their cabins. Driver Marin is from Moldova. He confirms that this fraud is commonplace.
La lucru, de la început, mi-a spus că lucrul este 3 luni muncești și o lună acasă.
Unde stai efectiv astea 3 luni când ești la lucru?
În mașină.
In die Frachtauto.
În mașină, toate 3 luni le stai în mașină. Da, stau la o parcare unde nu sunt toate comoditățile, da? La o parcare unde se află la 85 de kilometri de la companie. Și compania nu vrea să mă tragă la garaj, fiindcă nu vrea să achite supracosturi pentru motorină.
Pauza de 45 de ore este pur și simplu interzisă în cabină. Ce zice firma despre chestia asta?
Da, este interzisă și compania știe de această chestie, că e interzisă pauza ca șoferul să o facă în cabină, dar ei ne impun, să zicem așa, să scoatem cartela din tahograf, fiindcă au spus ei că penalitatea este mai mică dacă cartela este scoasă, chiar dacă te verifică poliția. Dar dacă nu o scoți, cartela din tahograf la pauză de 45 de ore, iar îți scoate din salariu bani. Undeva 25-30 de euro. Fiindcă nu e clar nici până în ziua de azi. Când îți dau mai mult, când îți taie, când...
Marin works for a subcontractor of Ewell's Cargo Care. He and his colleagues do haulage for manufacturers such as Jaguar, BMW, Opel and Vauxhall. Hungarian company Warburg's operates in the west. They like to create a sunny image, but trucks are penalized during police controls for breaking driving and resting time on a structural basis. They work for Vauxhall, Opel, DAF and others. In fact, the biggest company in Europe is cut up into subcontractors, who are often based in small Hungarian tax haven villages without economic activities. The car manufacturers all have ambitious sustainability standards, which ensure that there is no malpractice in their supply chain. But what's happening on Europe's roads doesn't match the image that the constructors want to sketch. To date, all intentions and statements of the automotive sector have not yet reached the truckers' cabins.
Iar aici asta e hotelul aluderului.
A driver shows the sanitary facilities that the Duroy company provides for its drivers.
Iar asta este bucătăria. Iar aici e dușul. Super, nu? Iar acesta e biroul. Astea sunt condițiile la deroi, care se laudă. V-am lăsat o zi bună la toată lumea.
Voor de automobielindustrie is transport gewoonweg een grondstof. Zonder transport geen fabriek die meer draait. En de verantwoordelijkheid is op papier zo ver weg georganiseerd dat een autofabrikant heel makkelijk de andere kant op kijkt van we weten dit niet. Maar intussen tijd zit de chauffeur uitgebuit in zijn cabine.
Working conditions are degrading, wages are under pressure, decent employers lose market share, and the front runners in exploiting drivers get away with impunity. This investigation shows that drivers and their trade unions must be involved in putting the sustainability standards of the European car industry into practice. Drivers know what sustainability should look like. Employ drivers where they actually work and treat them with dignity, because it is the drivers that keep the automotive industry going.